Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Absolute love to have you here. So this is a quick market update for today. And right now the market is dipping. And I want to do this video because at the start of this month, I created this picture here that showed you that what I think that will happen next. So you can see that I created this video 22 days ago. And this is what the market looked back then. Like it was holding up to 2K. Pretty much nothing was happening. And you can see here, boom. And right now we have started to come down a little bit. And like I talked about in that market update video, is that there usually is a last dip before the bull run. Really starts, the bullish momentum starts, and it can go, in my opinion, anywhere between 2 to 1K. Right now, we are at ETH is trading at 1.6K, and right now the summer holidays are coming to an end in just 6 days. Like that's pretty much when the holiday season is fully over. Right now, it's it's already getting over, but it's going to be like all the summer holidays are going to be done in the next week or so. So with that being said, a lot of things are going to happen in the normal markets. For example, like if you look at the debt crisis, the debt crisis is basically handled by lawyers and people who are involved in that debt crisis. They have been on holidays. So right now they get back on the holidays, so the debt crisis can still move forward, and more banks to collapse because they don't basically have any collateral. They don't hold the collateral for the assets that they have, and that can be a thing. It becomes like a chain reaction when one bank, well, I'm going to, so basically when one bank collapses, the other one has assets in that bank, and then the other one also collapses, and then the other one collapses, and they hold assets on these, and probably even here, and then it also collapses. So it can create this kind of like crazy collapse on the whole banking system. And it happens because, let's say the bank, let's say I have a bank A. Okay, we have a bank A, and then somebody gives them the money. Let's say that somebody gives them like $1,000, because that's where you keep your money, right? Well, they take the $1,000 and they keep like literally they keep like $10 out of it, and then they invest in the other things like $990. So basically, the bank holds only $10 of your $1,000. So and they put these in all kinds of investment vehicles and all kinds of like stuff. Okay, for example, if you look at, they buy a lot of real estate, for example, because there's like there is a lot of like also a lot of big companies like insurance companies also buy like real world assets, like buildings, apartment buildings, because they're very steady cash flow, right? But right now, if you look at the housing market is also super. It's about to collapse. And then like the price of the houses is gone like insane, and it's about to collapse. So think about, like, they have put a lot of money, for example, on real world assets, and now the real world assets collapse, and then they don't have that a lot of money anymore, and then they have even less collateral, so it becomes like super, this whole situation. And now think about here, like now when everybody wants to come to get the money out of the bank at the same time, well, they don't have the money. They have it in their assets, and the assets are also losing their value, so they can't like pay to people. It's basically, that's what basically is happening. I'm making it very like simplistic, but that's how I have understood the system. That's what's happening. So when I was I was on a 5-day holiday here, and a couple of like 5 days ago I started the holiday, and I was watching a really good movie, Big Short. So it's from the 2008 banking crisis, basically housing crisis, housing crisis. But basically that's what the bankers are. That they create the whole thing, and so they were overly leveraged, and that was why the housing market was like crazy thing. They had these crazy synthetic assets and everything like that. But basically, what it was like they were super irresponsible. They were just like super long. And again, here it happens, like these banks, they don't hold any of the like, think about like when you have the money, put money in the bank, they don't hold. They just like literally they have their legal rights to just like invest all that money in the other things, so they don't hold collateral, which is very like it's not great. Because if you look at like MakerDAO holds like the collateral like 300% over collateralized, meaning like if you have, for example, if you have like $1, they hold for every $1 of DAI, the stable coin, they hold $3 worth of assets like stable coins or ETH or Bitcoin. So basically they have massive over collateralized, but these banks are under collateralized. So when on one bank, like you can see, like there has been multiple banks going bankrupt right now, which is pretty crazy, and people are still like, they don't understand how big of a deal that is. But when this happens, it can really cause a chain reaction. And if this happens, I think that the markets can dump a lot. Okay, but ain't no, like, this has been going on for a long time right now. And 2008, when the last, like, that's when basically Bitcoin was created. In 2009, it was launched, Bitcoin, to create kind of decentralized money to, because the bankers make all these like crazy leverage stuff and print money, and then people who use that thing, they lose all their money, but the bankers make even more money. So it was kind of a corrupt system, and that's why Bitcoin initially was created. And now here we are, 2023. And the same thing is still pretty much going on in just different, like they always create a different name for it, and that's what's happening right now. So ain't no telling, like, even if we have this banking crisis, what what can happen here is, like, if we have banking crisis, well, how the banks can pay the people back, how they can pay. Well, they pay like this, and this is exactly what happened. So basically they become insolvent, so basically they don't have money. Okay, and then the government comes and prints money and just gives them the money. Okay, and then they can pay out people. But what this creates, it makes the inflation even higher, because the supply of the money just increases without, it just increases supply, so that makes the inflation worse. So basically what the hypothesis here is that, also Balaji is talking about a lot about it, is that basically like the United States banking system, also euro is not looking great. Pretty much also the same thing, and also Japanese yen is like and also United Kingdom's the pound, basically. But these currencies is that so when they print the money and put all the money in the supply, that's historically, like, if you look at, that's when the bull run happens, because so much money comes in the market, it's just like it's insane. So this would be the best case scenario, by the way, for crypto, is that right now, let me show here, we are here. Okay, here are a couple of, like, let's say 3 case scenario in my opinion. Okay, so this is kind of like the worst case scenario. Right now we are here. Okay, this is first, most likely, and best case, in the sense that I don't know about the, like, in a game system, but this is the worst case scenario. But at the same time, by the way, every option, everything has its opposite and equal reaction. So the worst case scenario actually is kind of like the best case scenario, because if it goes so low, the price, it will pump like crazy, and if you happen to buy at these lows, you can make a lot of money. So it's at the same time bad, but at the same time huge opportunity, because if you look at like COVID, people made insane money with COVID. Some people who cashed out on that, but some people lost a lot. So and also the 2008 collapse, the housing collapse. Some people lost a lot of money, but those who, for example, shorted it, the movie Big Short, they made insane amounts of money, like ridiculous amounts of cash. So maybe the worst case scenario would be like, right now we are here, and then the banking crisis just like the debt crisis just escalates. It just escalates, and there will be a massive mega dip, and that's kind of like the last dip. And then the governments are forced to print money, and that will flush out the most mega bullish, insane crypto bull run ever has been on this planet Earth. Like the bull run, if this happens, the bull run will be so insane that it will be absolutely mega multitude. It will be so big that because they are forced to print. I think they're forced to print like, I think it's like $8 trillion, because it's all like they first printed 2 trillion. In the last bull run they printed like 4 trillion. if I remember correctly, and now it would be like 8 trillion. So the bull run would be like, there would be so much money here on the supply, and, it would be insane. So the most likely scenario, in my opinion, is just like, let's look at the best case scenario. The best case scenario is pretty much right now we are at the bottom. Right now, this is the bottom, and now from here on, it just starts going up, right? You don't have to stress about any kind of thing. It just like starts going up from here, and we do 20k is the bottom, and there will be no debt crisis, and this is the best case scenario. Okay. The most case scenario is probably, in my opinion, is just this is the like the I think at the same time the most nastiest one because a lot of people will capitulate. Basically, right now it will just grind here. Okay, it will just grind here at 20. Let's use Bitcoin because a lot of people still use Bitcoin. Might as well use this one, right? Because Bitcoin is still the biggest one. I think that ETH will flip Bitcoin in the next bull run, though. Like I personally think that it's going to happen. So this is the Bitcoin chart right now. Okay, so I think the most likely scenario is right now from here. A lot of people are like, okay, it's going to go down. Maybe it goes down a little bit here, but it just basically just grinds here. Like nothing happens. Like that's the here it has gone up. So maybe it just like goes down, just like grinds down a little bit, like just like very slowly, very slowly. And then maybe we have some kind of like a dip here, okay, and at the like it has been grinding down so long, and now it just like bottoms out. Really, people just like sell, and this is also not debt crisis. It will not like escalate here. I think the first case is the debt crisis, but at the same time it's biggest one. But if the debt crisis like super bottoms out, it can really bottom out the market. But here it wouldn't go that bottom. At Bitcoin, anywhere between, Bitcoin could go down lower from here. I mean, test the, maybe 20k or below that, and then it starts slowly going up from there. Okay. But the best case scenario, actually, this is not like, it's basically, it would be like as a contrast. Best case scenario is just like kind of like right now is the bottom, and then we start going up from here. Okay, so this is kind of like the easiest one. The best case scenario is like the most like you don't have to stress. So basically meaning that everything you have bought right now is bottomed out, and from here it just goes up in the bullish momentum and then just escalates in the mega euphoric phase where you make ridiculous amounts of money. And then the most likely, in my opinion, is that it just grinds down from here, or it grinds here and then it slowly grinds down from here. Maybe we have a couple of weeks where it go up, but then it just ultimately keeps grinding down from here, and then we like ultimately bottom out. Because right now, like when I came back from the holidays, I was looking at the markets, I was like, piece of shit. Like I'm like, come on, man, like it's still going down. Even though I know it's going down, it's still like it still hits. You're like, huh, yeah, now it's going down because it doesn't manifest like fast. Sometimes the market just like super fast manifests like some outcome, but usually it just like you need patience. You need to wait for the outcome to come. So that's why it's not for me when I was not looking at the chart for 5 days. It was super fresh, but a lot of things happen in crypto for 5 days. A lot of assets dipped out and stuff like that I missed out. But it is what it is. So, but yeah, I think this is the most likely. And then the worst case scenario would be like the debt crisis. Okay, but I'm not like super. I haven't like studied. I don't know all the nuances in the debt crisis and the potential. I'm just like I have my limited knowledge, but this is what I think that this is what I'm looking at next. Okay, so this is the best case. So either way, if you look at your like, let's look at case by case. So the best case, most likely case, and this is kind of like the worst case. But if you look at all of these, the bottom line is that it is literally up only at some point. So you could any of these cases, in my opinion, is just like a bull case. So that's why, for example, like selling the membership and sell, like I have my email list and everything like that, because right now people who get in, I'm not a financial advisor, but people who get in right now will make a lot of money in the next bull run, and people who don't get in right now will come in the next bull run and basically buy our bags. Like anything that you are buying right now, people who are not buying right now will buy from you at super high prices in the next bull run, and that's the name of the game. You basically have to outsmart everybody else. They're like, okay, maybe this is going down, or maybe they don't even know about the opportunity, and you are like, here, yeah, this crypto gaming is a huge thing, and these are the best picks, and this is what I'm buying. And then you just wait for those other people to understand that it's a big opportunity, and then you make money. So that's kind of like, you have kind of like second level thinking and third level thinking. So ultimately, if you look at, in my opinion, crypto gaming is the best opportunity right now. Like, it's absolute mega opportunity. The crypto gaming charts, they look like super bottomed out. Okay, they're like, for example, a lot of some tokens that launched in 2021, they are literally like, the chart looks like not even like that. It's like mega up here, and then literally like this. They literally, I can't draw it lower, but this is what they look like. Okay, and if you buy here and it's a great project, like in the next bull run, it can literally like, it can easily come back here, and it can easily, like, if it's like super good big and it makes like all-time high, it like breaks the all-time high, and then it goes to price discovery. I mean, it can go super like, these can literally make a lot of people millionaires, and that's why basically I'm selling the membership. It's because I know that the information is so super good, and I look at a lot of Twitter people and stuff like that, and they are they are buying good picks. But for me, what I have understood about markets, the new picks pump like super hard. So that's why I'm like, my 50% of my portfolio is this new completely new gaming token, and of course it's risky. Like, the risk and luck goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So you need to take risk, but you need to take calculated risk, and you need to, it's, you make the decision. Okay, you are the captain of your own ship. You are the captain of your destiny. So you get the knowledge. Okay, get the knowledge. So that's what the membership is all about. Make plan and then take action. Okay, and if you nail the knowledge part, and if your plan is good and you take action, you can literally make so much money that you don't have to do anything for the rest of your life. In my opinion, in the next bull run, in my opinion, it's going to be like 6 to 18 months. I mean, that's a big deal, and it's going to be fun to look at this video in the next bull run. And I'm not going to say I said so. I said you so, because it doesn't help anybody. But I'm just going to say, thank you so much for watching this video, and peace out.